Hey House Music Heads, this is Habibi Cruz from Berlin House Music, and today we are checking out AI and music basically, in particular Cyanite. So a couple of months back I asked what kind of videos you guys want to see, and a friend of mine suggested to check out Cyanite. So after getting this suggestion, I also got an invitation from Matt from Music Tech Germany, shout out to them, that they're holding a conference where Jakob Höflich is gonna speak about their company Cyanite basically. And this was really interesting. And so after that I got a personal interview with Jakob Höflich about what Cyanite actually is and what it can do. So what I've done myself is I've checked out what it can actually do for us as DJs, producers and independent labels, especially in the underground house music scene, because there's not a lot of videos about this on YouTube, I find. And so without further ado, let's get into it.
Cyanite is an artificial intelligence that understands, categorizes and recommends music. And it helps artists and music industry professionals to easier and better work with their music. So we have a couple of DJs in the team, and of course they uploaded all their music to Cyanite, to our web app, and it's categorized and it's indexed and so on and so forth. And you can do a couple of cool things. First, you have a similarity search. In the similarity search, you have a reference track and you have results, similar results. Songs that have a similar vibe and similar feel. And you also have a filter where you can filter on Camelot wheel. So you can find tracks that sound similar, but that also harmonically mix well. So that's a quite cool tool. And we also have a showcase Spotify database of around like 800,000 songs. And you can really use that for digging. Right? I mean, there are great other digging platforms, but very little, like platforms such as Beatport or What People Play or Juno, they don't have AI-powered recommendation algorithms. You know? So sometimes when I used to DJ, I have these specific tracks I want to create. I want to record a new mix. There's something happened in my life, and I want to put that into like a musical journey. And I have these 2 or 3 tracks that I want to build a set around. And what I did back in the day, I manually sourced through a lot of different DJ platforms to find suitable tracks, and that worked. But of course, AI can help, and Cyanite can help to use these tracks and find similar ones. And then you can also adjust it a little bit, maybe a little bit more BPM, maybe another key, a little bit more different mood. So that's a nice way to get some assistance for your set building. We have quite some labels and agencies that use Cyanite. We have a web app. The web app is, you can also analyze a couple of songs for free each month, so everyone can try it out. And a label or can just upload their entire catalog to the web app. They have can be 5,000 songs, can be 10,000, can also be just 200 songs. And one of our partners who's using it quite a lot, it's an agency called Chromatic Talents. They're a music consulting agency, kind of like doing 360-degree. And they use it for 3 purposes. They categorize their new music and their demos. They find suitable songs with reference track from sync briefings. And they also use Cyanite for some product decisions. For example, in Cyanite, you have your tracks, they're indexed with genres and moods and so on and so forth. And there's also detail sections, which shows you how the genres and the moods develop over the course of the song. And we also give you an indication which 30 seconds of the song are most representative for the entire song. So a label often, when it distributes music to TikTok or uses a distributor for that, they have to select a preview. Right? And of course, if you only release maybe 1-2 songs a month, you can still do it yourself. But still then, having the AI to giving you a little hint which part of the song is maybe most representative for the entire song, it gives you a little start to work with. And then you can still make your own decision. And I think this is also what we always tell to the people. Hey, like be very conscious in using AI. Don't take everything for real. AI also does mistakes. And only because AI says it's 130 BPM, maybe it did a mistake and it's 129. The chances are high that it's 130. But, double check. But however, it can make your work a little bit easier and faster and more efficient.
Yeah. Yeah, and I understand, because the BPM recognition, for example, the Pioneer CDJs in the club, also some breakbeatish kind of tracks, they have trouble recognizing it. It's always good to check for sure.
Yeah, we always had the double or
yes, or half.
Or half. The problem, we set a BPM range from I think 60 to 180.
Okay.
And if anything is outside of that range, we half it or double it.
Yeah.
So if it's 50 BPM, we do 100.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we give you two different things. Yeah. On the one hand, we give you a lot of singular tags. We have different tagging classes, the genres and moods, but also classes such as character, where they tags like, is it epic, is it heroic, is it sexy, and so on and so forth. The movement, and also augmented keywords, which kind of like give a 360-degree view on the song. And you can use these words for creating the copy for your press release. What we also give you is a full text AI description. So this is really like a full text, something like uplifting deep house song with a female sample, stuff like this. And today we live in the age where ChatGPT is providing us with a pretty powerful technology. And we actually had one of our users writing us an email. And this is how we learn a lot how artists use our platform, because they write to us, hey, thank you so much for creating this. I just used it for creating my song bio. And this guy said he just picked a selection of different keywords provided by Cyanite. And then he went over to ChatGPT and said, ChatGPT, hey, please use these keywords to write a description. Then ChatGPT wrote a very sound-based description, because Cyanite only looks at the sound. And then he fed it with some further info about like him as an artist, about like in which city the song was created, and kind of like gave more information that's outside of the pure sound of the audio. This guy actually said to us, he uses it because he also uploads music to these stock music libraries. I think he uses Pond 5. Where you can also provide your music as an artist. There's a blanket license and people can just buy it. And he said the help of using Cyanite tags in combination with ChatGPT kind of decreased this whole process from uploading and tagging and describing his music from 2 hours to 20 minutes.
So, yes.
And that's quite a time achievement.
Definitely.
Yeah, and you have more time for other things. Maybe upload more music or create more tracks. And I think this is really a great benefit of AI. And I hope we can contribute that people who do music have more time, like actually doing the music. Because we as music listeners, we are dependent on them. We need the music to survive.
I understand. Yeah.
Right?
Nice.
In the past year, we had a lot of both users and companies, music companies that we work with, if we can also recommend playlists that sound like where a song potentially fits very well in. And before we cracked that nut, we weren't able to understand the essence of a playlist. Because a playlist is not really, it's much more than just 20 single songs. It's really how those songs work together, especially like if we talk about the great playlists. And something like, like a movie soundtrack is also a playlist. So our data science team did some heavy research to kind of like boil down the DNA of a playlist, and they cracked that nut. So what's coming up in Cyanite is that you can upload a song, or you have your song in your library in the web app environment, and then you can find similar playlists on Spotify. I think we maybe have around like 30 or 40,000 playlists. A really cool use case I would love to see for artists, for DJs. So you have your DJ crates. I know I have so much music in my DJ crates, and it became quite chaotic over the years. And then I buy, I don't know, like 20, 30, 40 new songs. And imagine I can just like upload them to a tool, and the tool automatically recommends the crates where your music fits in well. You know, like something is maybe very obvious, say this is definitely your deep house crate, but it also fits good in your after hour crate, and so on and so forth. And the cool thing is, this is like still in development, but we also want to recommend where in the playlist a song shall sit. Right, so same with the DJ, you know, like where in your set would the AI see the song working very well.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, and maybe also like this is like just brainstorming, but everyone who DJs knows the situation that you maybe play a long gig, maybe someone's 2 or 3 or 4 or maybe longer hours, and there are always moments in the set where you don't know what to play next.
Definitely, yeah.
And you're maybe a little bit tired, I don't know, you're a little bit nervous, and then you don't know what to play and you get more nervous. And having some help in that moment, you know, that the AI is saying, hey, maybe check out this song. Or you know what you want to do with the energy. You want to bring the energy down a little bit, or you want to bring the energy up a little bit, and giving this kind of information to the AI, and then the AI then says, oh yeah, if you want to bring the energy up a little bit, maybe these tracks would work quite well.
Yeah.
I think this would be pretty cool.
And that is pretty cool.
And it's not, you know, it's not disrupting the DJ, but it's really empowering the DJ and helping them in maybe some moments where it gets a little bit difficult.
Yes. No, definitely. And I think because a friend of mine actually showed me his workflow once. And he creates those playlists basically also based on, in Rekordbox, based on the mood. So he has color tagging. So let's say red is higher energy, let's say green is like more chilled. And then he does this all manually for, let's say, thousands of tracks. So to be prepared well for a gig. And I think this is a lot of work which can be basically really more efficient using Cyanite as well. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for taking the time and telling us all about Cyanite. And yeah, I'm excited to trying out everything and really going into depth with it.
Yeah, cool. Let us know how it works for you. I'm looking forward to the descriptions.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.